GROWHEADS podcast at Loud Bank.
What's up, everybody? It's your man AC, and we're back again. You just tuned in to the GROWHEADS podcast, and tonight we got the one and only Ian Taylor with HPG in the house.
Oh,
big ooh. But anyway, tonight we got a guest in the house, and it is Zack from the Elite Home Growers. And welcome to the show, Zack.
it's good to be here, man.
Yes, man. Yeah.
Appreciate y'all
Welcome to
having
the
me
show,
on,
man.
man.
Welcome to the show, man.
Oh yeah, you know I don't be wanting to link up for a little minute, man. So it's good that we finally made it happen.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Glad to have you, man.
Yeah, it's
Welcome
good
to
be
the
here.
Loud Bank.
Oh yeah, it's dope, man. This a cool setup, man. What y'all got here, what y'all cultivated here, is really something, man. And I'm sure y'all gonna grow it to do that real thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. This is a cool setup. Right
Appreciate it. Yep.
You got a lot of stuff coming up, I see, you know.
Oh yeah, man. You know we keep it moving, man.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I like to be busy. You know what I'm saying? Like always have something going.
Yeah.
Y'all definitely always got something going.
So yeah.
So
man.
let's start from the history. You know, let's start with the beginning stage. What year did Elite come about and how and the members?
Yeah. So Elite came about in 2019.
Okay.
Yeah, man. It was like I was already comfortable growing cannabis in Vegas, and I moved back home to take care of my mom, and then my nephew Brandon, which is the vice president. He just always been with the tree. You know, we got like a 10-year.
He does hydro, right?
Yeah, he do DWC.
Okay,
Yeah, he throw
deep water.
down. Yeah,
That's what's
go
up.
big
Shout out
ass
Brandon.
plants. Yeah, monsters. And but he like gravitated, like, you know, I would bring him over, he'd check out the grow, but he messed with the tree, and he was like, I want to learn how to grow. And so then we just, you know, start working together. But he always had his own style, solo style. He just kind of got the principles from me and just ran his own way. Cause I was Soyu. He was like, no, man, I'm gonna do DWC. So he did that from the jump. Like he just built his own setup, dude, real technical.
Gotcha.
So it was based on that. When we seen that the law was on the amendment was gonna be, you know, ready to vote on, and when it passed, we were like, okay. I knew at that point we was gonna get into cannabis in some capacity. Like I knew it. I was like, okay, we gonna do something in cannabis. I don't know what it is, but let me think on it. And then that's when it just hit me. Like, nah, man, like you're gonna have a window. Cause in Vegas the same thing happened. It went legal, but it wasn't a dispensary open for like a year and a half. So it was like, yeah, it was legal to have pot or cannabis, but it was nowhere to get it. But Vegas or Nevada, they didn't allow people to grow. So when I seen that Missouri allow people to grow, I was like, oh, so what's gonna happen is a lot of people gonna want to grow because they can't buy, but they not gonna know how to grow. So I was like, boom, we gonna teach them how to grow. You know, and that started that was like the birth child of Elite Home Growers Academy. At that time, I was a stockbroker with TD Ameritrade, so I've always been into like investing and trading, and like I bought my first stock back in 2012, my first cannabis stock. It was a Canadian company. And that's when I kind of like, I always been into finances. Like things I love, like just genuinely, is like business, money, finances, and weed. Like it was just, I've always liked this stuff. Like you got people like 10 years ago, what was Zack into? The same things, it's never changed. And but so I was always I was following this shit. And I was like, oh, so when I seen we were able to trade on the stock market, I said, oh, this ain't never going nowhere. It's big money now. So from that moment, I've always followed the cannabis space, and then now fast forward to like learning how to grow it, teaching myself like bits and pieces of it, to now creating the Elite Home Growers Academy. It was like, okay, if we're gonna bring something to it, let's bring a academy, let's bring a school. We still gonna go for the licenses and all that kind of stuff, but we're gonna have to have like a backup plan. And that was the Elite Home Growers Academy. So we started that, but with the intentions of still like going out, getting hopefully a facility and you know, something to grow, right? That's when we were young and naive to this whole game. When we figured out that it was a different game than what we thought it was going to be.
A lot of loopholes.
Find your niche too.
Yeah, find your niche.
So when was the first time you put that first, you know, joint with them inhaling it? Let's say.
Oh well,
Yeah,
man. Yeah, like the first time I smoked weed was like I was like 12 at a sleepover.
Well,
Yeah, man, like it was one of the summertime sleepovers, bro, at the homie's crib. We had a skinny ass joint, and like six of us on a little bitty ass piece of weed,
gotcha.
and we acting like we high, you know what I'm saying?
Gullible as
And
hell.
yeah,
do it, I'll do it.
yeah, don't know how to do it for real. It's one OG out of the group that's like 14. He's like, I'm a rolling, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so
That's what's up, man.
Damn.
Ever since then, it's
yeah, but it was in and out, bro, because I became an athlete. So
Gotcha.
then like they was preaching like, nah, you know, we don't drink, we don't like drinking was okay. But it was like, other than that, it was like, nah, that other stuff gonna mess you up. So I was like, you know what, get that. I ran track and played football.
So any
So
troubles
you
on
must have
your
been a running back then.
Yeah,
Real running
fullback,
back.
yeah. And a lot
I played football too with Raw Knights. Back
Oh,
in the day.
really?
Yeah, I
Raw
got
Knights.
4 little trophies. From
So
back in
any
the day.
troubles? Any troubles on your journey on the way up?
like legally? Nah, man, like.
Cause you know that's what a lot of people suffer from.
Oh yeah, that's
a lot
a
of people's
huge
stories. You get what I'm
man.
saying?
That story has affected the majority of our culture, bro. Like if it hasn't affected you directly, it has definitely affected you indirectly. Like nobody can say we don't have somebody that's close or that's related to us that's been jammed up on some cannabis or either anything else. But cannabis was the go-to for a lot of them. So it's like me personally, man, I just played it different, right? I just, and it was never like I was never trying to be like a big mover or nothing. It was just like I just wanted to grow it. You know what I'm saying? And like I didn't even like know how to sell it. I had to holler at my cousin like, man, let's slide down in the hood, holler at my cousin out, and see if he put me on. Once he was like, damn, cuz, where this come from? I was like, man, I grew it. He was like, you grew this? And I was like, damn, he like it. You know what I'm saying? And then from that moment on, he was like, he put me on game. Like, nah, man, this is an ounce. This is this. And I was like, all right, cool.
Right.
He gave me little bits and pieces. And then like, but it still was never like, all right, I'm finna be like the weed lord. You know what I'm saying? I still like, nah, like this cool. I'm growing it. Got some access. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Where it come from now.
Right. So it was never no press to be like, I'm finna just get rich off of hustling. Like, but I understand, but I do, but that made me quickly understand why people do the hustle, because the money in it was real quick. You know what I'm saying? It was like, damn, this, man, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't expecting it to be like this, you know what I'm saying? And then you start to see, like, okay, I can see why the desire to be like, man, let me just get about 15 of these real quick, boom, 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 boom. You know, so see, it's real easy for our culture to get into it, because that's one thing that, like, that's the plan is the one easy kind of gateway to get into the that get you caught up into a lifestyle, right? You know, that weed is like the introductory, like I'm pretty sure we're probably selling dime bags at 12, 13. Like it was just an easy one to get. Some of them was like oregano, you know what I'm saying? But it was a concept that you was doing, you know? Like so it's just like, man, like that was like just, man, so many bits and pieces of the journey that we could go through. But that was like the core of like the birth of Elite Homegrowers Academy, to make a long story short.
That's cool.
What was the first type of weed that you bought? The first time buying? Like it could be street.
Man, but yeah, it was street. The first time I purchased weed, man, like I said,
You don't remember? It was just.
it was most likely at a Normandy Middle School, junior high. It's right down the street.
Gotcha.
Probably like a dime bag, bro. Like from one of the homies.
No strain names,
no
no
strain names.
just a weed.
LG or some lime green or some L.
Exactly, some L, bro. It was like, it was one of them.
Some red herds, or them was the names back then.
Exactly. Like it was no real like it was just like at that time it was just weed for real. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Like,
well, let me switch it up then. What was the first strain that you kind of like you know what I'm saying? Knew what it
man,
was?
I would say when I got back into weed,
Okay.
like on a more like adult. Like let's skip all the adolescence, because it was a lot of squirrely stuff that happened, right? But I really wasn't even back in the plant like that. You know, I actually went through a phase of my life where I didn't even want to be around people that smoke weed. And one of my best friends smoked weed. We started messing with him because he smoked weed. Tino. It was Tino. Martino. It was like, man, Tino always smoking weed, man. Like, he needs to smoke weed just to tie his shoes up. Like, man. And, you know, we was on like, so we finna start this business, we finna do this, and whoop-de-whoop. And, but then that started to turn around. Like, it started to turn around. And I was working in pharmacy, and I could see like the commercial drugs, like the Lord Tabs and the Xannies and the Percocets. We was giving this stuff out to veterans like it was candy.
Right.
Like when I worked for the VA, it was just like, how many do you need? 180. Okay, 30 milligram. Okay, oxys. Here you go. Okay, see you in another month. Right. And that's when that transition of like, man, now I got to be something bigger to you, Zack, than working for the VA, just selling dope. You're just a legal dope dealer. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, okay. And then the homie Dirk came through, and that's when the whole professional, commercial, like the future of weed happened, the eye-opening experience.
Exactly.
You know? I don't know if you even answered your question. Now I just started talking.
Are you good? It hit. I got the ram of what I was trying to get from it.
Good,
So,
good. I'm a rambler, bro.
Absolutely.
I talk your ear off.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
So, you guys are big, so you do the educational classes, you know, you teach how to grow, you know, you teach about stocks, you teach about cooking with cannabis, extractions, and the biggest thing, you know, y'all environment, you know what I'm saying, y'all activists out here in the community, you know what I'm saying, so y'all do events, so, you know, y'all got some of the biggest events, you know, coming up, you know, one of the biggest ones, you know, hands down,
Yeah, man.
I would say. So,
I appreciate that, bro.
you know,
We'd
be looking forward to this time because, you know, everybody wants to, you know, it's trick-or-treat time.
Get out and get like a little,
Halloween.
you know, it's like our celebration for ourselves.
So this the
it's
Halloween
harvest time.
event you talking about. So what can we look forward to?
Man, like Halloween, I would say what we can look forward to this year is being able to bring it back to the original destination, which we can't even really say where it's at. But if you've been if you've been there the first Halloween or the second Halloween, you know what I'm talking about. So we back there. And and just with that move alone, it's like that creates a certain type of energy, right? Just within itself, like the event kind of has its own energy. It's hard to even describe, like, cause when you there, it's like you in a whirlwind. Then it's over, and you wake up, and you're like, damn, man, that was dope. I think it was cool.
Right.
I had fun. I hope.
Right.
You know, like yeah, it was like cool, cause like I mean for us, man, that day starts at 6 in the morning, don't end till 2 the next morning.
Getting set up for an
So
event is
yeah,
always
it's crunch time for us. So it's like trying to
Blood, sweat, and tears.
oh yeah, you putting it in, you putting that work in, but it's like the community like look forward to it so much. Like if the community like wouldn't like really backing it, we wouldn't even do it. We wouldn't dare do it.
Oh,
like
you stuck now.
yeah,
You gotta
bro,
do it.
it's like that pressure. They start asking like at the car show.
Yeah.
So people start asking about Halloween, and I was like, oh dang, I forgot. I gotta do that one. Like man, we had an event right now. Let's enjoy this one. Like why we gotta rush it? Like like it's gonna come.
That's how
And
people
what's
do
the
it.
hours on the Halloween? It's on the flyer.
Yeah, it's gonna be 7 p.m. to 11 p.m.
7
You know what I'm
p.m.
saying? So it's gonna be a lot of other things happening that night. Like we knew for some reason, I know I kind of get like hints about like this things, right? And I knew this year was gonna be more competitive that weekend. So I had like a month before when we was selecting dates, I knew I had to sit down and actually think and say, do we go heads up with all the new stuff that's gonna compete with Halloween? Or do we just do it the weekend before this weekend? Like, it would be this weekend, like tomorrow versus next weekend. And then, like, kind of mold it around a little bit. But we always did it around this time. And it was just like, man, you know what? Nah, bro. Like, shit, we a trend in this. This our niche.
Right.
Like, this our niche. So, let's give it to them. Let's go heads up. Like, let's go heads up. So,
exactly.
So, but, man, the deck that's stacked this year, it's a nice deck, man. Like, we got some players, man. Like, I don't know if a lot of people know about the whole Jokes Up and like the High C and like we got some like head chains, right? Big corporate people, right? They got the best like concentrates out here,
right?
Like they back in this event, so it's like it's just like the attraction for this one, man, has just been like, oh yeah, we here, you know what I'm saying? So
bigger and better every time,
man. Yeah, so I'm just tasked with making sure this goes out without a hitch. So usually in my events, I'm running around, talk to nobody. Like y'all see me in my events, I say what's up real quick, and boom, I'm off to the races. Like I don't even remember stuff, bro. But this one, I told myself like we did enough preparation and we got enough stuff in place. I'm actually gonna try to really like have fun and like walk around and talk to people at this event, and not be trying to put out fires. You know?
It's hard. It's hard to stay concentrating on making the people happy too.
you know, and keeping everything set up.
Couple static.
correct.
Like you got a big responsibility.
It's like a whole nother game face.
Yeah.
Because you only can be one person. They
Yeah.
want you over here, you want
Yeah.
you there.
Stretch things. What I tell people is, if you had an amazing time at any of my events, just know I had a horrible time.
That's what I'm
making you have an amazing time.
Right.
You know, so
That hard work.
yeah, but it's just like at this point, man, it's just like we just do it though because like the community, the culture, they appreciate it.
Yeah.
Right? If they didn't appreciate it, if they didn't want it, we wouldn't put all this, we wouldn't do it. Like, they'd be like, thank you, I don't have to do it. But since, like, they like it, it's like, man, we like doing it. We like being able to say, man, what can we do crazier? Like, can we get a unicorn in this motherfucking next time?
Right.
And make unicorns, though. Like, man, okay, well, we can't get unicorn. We can get somebody dressed up like one, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like always, like, yeah, how can we keep it, funky, man? You know what I'm saying? And like, so, but yeah, I'm super excited, bro. The last one before adult use, right? Yeah, because next year, Halloween, it's going to be totally different. I can guarantee it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Oh, we gonna really be playing ball then.
Absolutely.
But anyway, back to the normal world. But yeah, man, super exciting event, man. Like we just got a lot of good people that teamed up with us on this, man. Super Sanchez, Jokes Up, High C, and then like all the vendors, man. Y'all came, like y'all vended, man. Like the cool thing about like, I think a lot of us is you get your niche of like people that support like your events, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it's just a cool thing to be like, yeah, man, our vendors are pretty much 80% the same vendors every event.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We get new people and stuff to come in, but it's just like, yeah, we got a solid core like following. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And you got to think about, I mean, just like I was mentioning to you, you know, before we started, the first Halloween, you know, that me and my lady had went to, or whatever. It was really exciting because, you know, it was our first one that we went to here in St. Louis, and it was like, wow, this is really happening.
It's a real
you
thing.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it's like, we're looking around like, dang, how could we be vendors here? You get what I'm saying? Even though we didn't get to holler at you or nothing like that, we just looking like, dang, it just was more like a bigger opportunity than what we ever seen before.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Motivation, right?
Now,
Like,
I mean, bigger than any job or, you know what I'm saying, any school, like anything, we like, you know, blown away by it.
Yeah,
so
man.
now that we actually doing our own events, you get what I'm saying?
To flip that.
Yeah,
Right? To flip that to be like, oh, you know, we are a part of this.
Yeah.
Like a main player in this, right? Man, like you can't, and y'all created that for yourselves. Like that's the beauty. Man, that's like, what else is giving us this? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like if we ain't taking advantage of that, like you can't holler at me in like 10 years and be like, I missed out on cannabis and be mad. Like, bro, that's your fault.
Right.
Like, I tell people that all the time. Like, if you want right now, man, we got it. You better get out here. Like, if you really trying to play ball, you better get out here. You know what I'm saying? Don't get left behind because it's moving. It's moving fast,
It's cool,
man.
And there's so many categories.
So many
It ain't got to
So
be on
many
the
ways to
flower
play
side.
the
It
game.
can be on some of the,
man.
you know,
I say it like this.
fibers. You know, it's fibers and it's
So
many
much other
different ways.
stuff, building materials.
Yeah.
Like, I put to you like this. This is really what I really firmly believe. The margins on physical flower, this stuff, actual plant, are getting smaller and smaller by the day.
Yes. Edibles even growing higher.
Right.
You know, it's on the rise.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, what do we do? Do you sit here and do you wait, and that's your only skill that's you're gonna put into something that's devaluing day by day to the point where it's gonna become coffee beans? It's gonna become, you got Folgers or you got Starbucks. You're gonna be selling $3 grams. People that's gonna be making good gonna be selling $7 grams. Right. This legit. This is commodity. Right. Like this is what it is. Like it's like, I'm not lying. It's factual. Like it's like this is a commodity, and it's gonna follow that commodity trend. Just like if you look at any other commodity, that's what's gonna happen to cannabis. Right now, we new in it.
You're showing
You know what I'm saying? But it's starting to oh snap! Like what's happening?
The
Like
prices is coming down. The market is being saturated.
Exactly. So now, like you got to be able to be quick enough and nimble enough and smart enough to be like, okay, you got to see them curves. Like, okay, now we breaking here. We need to break this way. Okay, like cause this going here. We need to be. You got to be steps ahead of this because like if you're not, then like you playing catch up, and like you playing catch up, you losing. Like you know what I'm saying. So that's what I'm trying to like encourage people. Like think of something outside of the physical weed.
Mm-hmm.
Think of a cool brand of these.
Something.
Just a dope ass brand of like fucking rolling trays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like put your all in that shit
Yeah.
and make $1 million off of it.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't even have to be nothing where you gotta get no license, you gotta get all this overhead cost. I'm $1 million in debt.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know, like, and I still need another $1 million. You know?
That's with anything.
Yeah, especially
that's
for
with
us, we
anything.
gotta be creative.
Yeah, and
You
here
know,
in St. Louis,
Man.
it's hard to do anything,
We in the
man.
trenches,
You know,
boy.
Man.
It's rough. We know how rough
it's
it
hard.
is.
It's hard out here.
Real and rough.
You
It's
know?
real and
so
rough,
if you
but-
so if you definitely coming with the same things that everybody else coming with, it's gonna be even harder. You get what I'm saying? Because it's the first thing they're gonna say. Oh, everybody got that, or he got that.
Boom.
He got that around the corner. I can get it cheaper.
Boom,
You get what I'm
bottom
saying?
line. Like
So-
that's a race to the bottom.
Yeah.
You know, like if you only can compete on price, that's a game that we don't want to play. Because now, like, competing on price is whack, bro. Like,
You got different type of people. You got people that's looking for good
Kind
quality.
of like wine,
You
you know.
got
Yeah,
people that's
yeah.
looking
Wine
for
tasting,
quality.
you know.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
for sure.
You got some people that don't even want to smoke nothing that's too strong.
Right,
You
yeah.
got all
The
different
whole
type.
range.
Yeah, you got all different
I
type of
kind of
smokers.
compare it to, it's gonna be like alcohol, kind of.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
For
you
sure.
gonna have your top shelf, 'cause that's how it is.
Yeah, man.
You got a no top shelf.
And you're gonna have smokers from all levels.
Oh yeah, you will. Yeah, that ain't gonna never go
There's
away.
always some new folks that
If
come
they don't
in
know
and
it, then
throw out
they
there like,
don't know
oh,
what the hell.
Right. I want to
Yeah.
ease into this. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So,
Yeah.
and that's just the
That's
beauty.
their craft, you know. That's the
Yeah,
beauty of the
yeah.
craft, man.
Shout out to Sanchez and High C.
Yeah. Shout out to all the people that's involved, man. From the entertainers to the vendors to the sponsors to the partners, to the people that bought tickets, the people that are buying tickets, the people that's gonna pay at the door. Shout out to the team that just put this together, man.
Yeah,
like,
no doubt, man.
if we can't do this, like, it's just a lot of people be like, Zack.
Can
It's
of
just
Wayne.
not
It's the
Zack.
Can of Wayne. Yep.
Yeah, it's just not
Hey, where
Zack.
they can follow you at on the social network?
They can follow us on at Elite Home Growers. That's on Instagram and on Facebook.
Elite Home Growers.
Yeah, Elite Home Growers. And
That's
yeah,
cool.
they can keep up with all the latest and greatest and everything. And shout out to the ELITIST brand too,
Mhm.
which is our other company. That's where we really finna start shifting a lot of the activity to the more commercial brand that we got. That
Let's
we
talk
built.
about Melts.
Oh yeah, melts, man, melts.
Let's talk about it.
Ah man, melt all your troubles away.
That's your strain.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
next?
Dispensary
What's
right
next?
now as we speak,
Yeah,
right?
so right now the
Yeah,
pre-rolls
yeah.
are in dispensaries, man.
Pre-rolls.
Yeah, the pre-rolls are in the dispensary.
That's what's up.
They're in Bloom Medicinal. But the real drop is gonna be around November, like the end of November, man. We working on something real special. We're partnering up with another. It's a beautiful combination of who we're gonna be dropping our strain at their dispensary. We're gonna be doing a pop up. So we can't really wait to let people know. And if you think about it, once you see it, you're gonna be like, yeah, that was fitting. That was perfect. Because it is perfect. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're super excited about the activity that's happening on the Elitist side. Just because we really finna, like, we're going to, all I want people to understand is the legacy of cannabis in Missouri will always be protected by that Elitist stamp. Just know that. Like, we don't want you just to back us because we're from here. We want you to back us because, without a doubt, it's slappers all day. Like, what that weed is supposed to feel like, what it's supposed to smoke like, what it's supposed to look like, what it's supposed to smell like, you're gonna get that, you know. And that's just when it's all said and done, we want that to be known. If you're gonna do something great, or if you're gonna do this at all, like, you gotta be great at it. And like that's all I want out of myself. Like, that's all I want out of myself.
I like hearing that, man. You gotta be great at it.
Yeah, so it's like we super excited to be where we're at with the Elitist brand, but
That's
I
cool,
just
man.
know we ain't even, man, we ready to super rock it out of here, man. Like, we got so much stuff that we finna do,
I hear you.
and super excited. Man.
That's
So,
cool.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a couple plants on the set, man. Look at them plants, them all from seeds. We got a Kushzilla, we got a Lockdown, we got a
Peach
Peach
Ranch.
Ranch. Peach Ranch, that's a HPG right there.
Oh, nice,
Yep.
yeah.
And so I just put them up there. What you thinking about those, man? They are probably about maybe
two and a
a
half.
week and a half, 2 weeks old. Yeah. Probably could have maybe had some better lighting on them or something. But where you think to make your seedlings look a little better? Just the Grow Head podcast. Drop a tip on us.
Right. So like for this one in particular, I would say it's right on track with like how seedlings look. Right. The only thing that I would do at this point, I would top. You know what I'm saying? I would probably top because that way, like you can start to get that bush, that development, that undercarriage, like these nodes here, they'll start to pop up a little bit more. Then you get the two heads that's gonna pop up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So like around this phase, like around the 5th node, that's when I start to top my stuff just because I wanted to kind of get that, you know, we growing indoors, a lot of this is we growing indoors, so it's better for us to keep them a little bit shorter and wider versus tall. You know what I'm saying? So we top them and we do like, you know, training techniques like that earlier on.
Get that spread too. Spread, yeah.
That spread is important because we're working on square footage here.
You
You know, the way our lights are set up and everything, so being able to take advantage of that. So, but yeah, that would be about it.
So we're looking at 3 or 4 nodes there.
Yeah, we got what? We got really like 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, that would be 5. So
you
six.
topped it
Got a 6. Yeah,
So
but
it's about-
I would have topped it probably like right down here, like right down there, because like you can see like for some reason that stalk just get to change and like when it started to get it's like a little dull. It started to get like more rigid. Like you can kind of tell, like it's like it hits a point where it thickens up. Like I think it's like right there, and like I try to top it right at that point.
Right at that point, yeah, where it thickened up, right.
Yeah, man. So, but everything seems like they on track, man. And that peach runts, man. I'm sure, like it's gonna be a good one, man. Like if you pull, like if this pheno has all the stuff that we want, you know what I'm saying, that we get these plants with the belief that we gonna get until we pop it, then you be like, man, they got me. They got me.
Well, actually, we smoked
that's a bad
some of that before. It's a seed from a good plant.
Oh, good. Yeah, man. I found a few like good producers from bag seeds, man. Like some good ones, man. I had a tangerine dream that I found, right? Bag seed. He was a slapper. Like, man, I'm so happy.
Yeah.
That's when I was early in the game. And but the thing about those bag seeds though is they always have the opportunity to carry the Hermy trait. So you just it's just like you always got to be careful with them.
Man,
you got to watch them. You got to be on them,
man,
because they will get you. And like you know.
I done got.
Yeah.
I'm on my room twice a day. It ain't long, but I'm on it twice a day. Shit, I see new growth. I'm at skin and everything.
Oh yeah, you
I notice the new difference on damn near every plant.
You got to.
Okay, I see you doing that.
So
Okay,
what
I see you
about
doing that.
so what about a batch of weed with a lot of seeds in it compared to just 1 or 2?
Yeah, so I would say even with that, if you get seeds in it, right there, it shows you that something went wrong.
Right.
Something Hermy, pollen sac was created, something happened,
Way too
right?
long or something.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, now was that more of a environment caused, or was it like just genetic cause, right? So like usually it's about when it happens, because most plants that got the Hermy genetic, they gonna Hermy by week 2, 3 in flower. So that's why if you know, okay, so shit Hermying in, that shit just got the Hermy genetic.
Right.
But it's like if it Hermes and it's just one banana that it shoot week 6 or week 7 because it got too hot.
Right.
Like that's more of that's an environment cause, right?
So
So
branch or something ain't getting enough light, you know.
something like that. So that's. But it's like, but when you get them seeds, that's what you really don't know what caused it. Like at that point when you were just receiving that package, you be like, that was some fire bud. You don't know really what caused it, right?
That's why we say it's important to, get your environment right before you decide to do anything.
No light leaks. Light leaks will cause it too.
Because you want to know that this is not the problem.
Right.
You want to X that out.
Like right up front. The quicker the better. Right?
The quicker the better.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you can move on to something
We
else.
troubleshooting. Like that's all we doing all day long. We looking at them plants.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what can we do tomorrow to make it either better, what we got to pull it back on, what we got to add, what pH range. Like there's so many variables that we have to like put ourselves through. But it's cool though. like man, this is part of that, just that love, man. Like,
Yeah.
I could do it all day long. Actually, I do it all day long, right? I make a living off of doing. I get, man, it's like cool, bro. I get paid decently to just like look at weed all day.
And do what you
like,
love.
Yeah, all day, like all day long.
That
man.
passion and love, you know what I'm saying? That drive. That
If you wasn't getting paid, you'd be doing it anyway.
I'd be doing it anyway.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's funny. You got a lot of people that work in weed, right? That like they don't even grow. Like, it's a lot of people that like they just wanted a job in weed. Like, the people that grow weed don't want to work in weed, right? The people that want to work in weed don't grow weed.
Right,
So,
shit crazy, ain't it?
But once you get to that job, the facility, and you know them plants depend on you and what you do and the decisions you make. You
Bottom line.
be like, oh no, I gotta
Yeah.
get there, I gotta do this today, I gotta do that, they looking fine.
you would think.
When everything looking fine, you can
You would
but
think.
don't drop your guards, keep
Right.
your eye out.
Man, you gotta be thinking ahead. Like,
Yeah,
what I'm
you-
finna.
Always.
With the next formula for this next dosage, I'm finna give them an application on. You
Yeah,
know,
because
any type of
I know
amendments
it's,
or,
Listen,
you know what I'm saying, just reading the plant, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
or knowing the strain, how many times you done ran it, you know what I'm saying,
Right,
just
right.
knowing the educating, just doing it, knowing what it likes temperature-wise, water-wise,
Yeah.
just amendment-wise, you know, it's just so many
I
different.
think a lot of times
Variables.
those guys do their research and development on those strains
And I
before
mean,
they
like
even
pH.
put them out.
Oh,
Before
yeah.
they
like,
do a
like
room
certain
full,
pH level.
Yeah.
they already
You know.
know.
Yeah, it's like we do tester runs. So like
Yeah,
we said,
do
we get a
test
new
runs.
strain. We'll get like we get
You get it
cut.
dialed in first
Yeah,
before
we
you
do
put
like
it in the
10 of
room.
it. 10 of them, see how that 10 run out. Within, out of that first 10, they'll know if it has the potential. And then another thing is, how does it test though? You know, it don't matter. This point, it don't matter like how good it look, how good it grow, how frosty, what it smell like. That don't. A lot of that goes out the window when the testing gets back. Like
Yeah.
the testing is like,
yeah.
Everything.
oh shit, this one only tested at 14%. It don't care how good this mug smell.
Yeah, that shit wild.
Man, it was only 14% though.
No
Like,
terps.
so, then no
if it got
terps.
But I done got low numbers from Colorado and that stuff
Still slaps, but
smoke
that's-
war, just the effect just be what I want. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
And the
yeah,
cannabinoid profile. be
But like,
right,
you're a true
everything.
smoker. A lot of people that's like, the only way that they can make this easy to market to a consumer
Mhm.
is like,
It's
you gotta
numbers.
find one thing that you can
Yeah.
be like, this explains value
Right,
of
right.
weed. So they're like, how do you place value on weed? THC percent.
29%.
Yeah,
You got it.
yeah,
Okay, but
so-
what about
so-
what about when you get? What about when you going by a gang of strands? Like you go out of town, you in Vegas or something like that.
Uh-huh.
You go to the dispensary, you grab a gang of strands, and then you got this one that's supposed to be like 30%,
Right.
and then you smoking, and then
And it
it's
don't
like,
do nothing to you.
It don't got
It
a
don't-
taste
Yeah,
on it,
yeah,
or
yeah,
nothing.
it don't smell like
but
nothing.
then this one that's only like 19% is
Slap.
blowing out the ass
Yeah,
like some
slap.
Sherm Lotto
Yeah,
or something like
man.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Hidden, bro.
So it's like
yeah, the THC
they kind of
game.
go out the window for
Yeah.
a new person that you trying to sell it to.
Yeah.
Right.
You get what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
If they
right.
leave that dispensary and then they not happy with what you was
You
selling
done
them,
lost a customer.
then it's like, you know, they probably won't even listen or even
They
look
won't.
at that from then on.
Yeah, they won't.
Look,
Yeah,
people
they
gonna
won't.
ask for the wrong thing, cause see, like me, I'd be going in and it's like, now what tastes good?
That's
right,
What's
right.
got some good terps in it?
Right.
What's a
right.
good smoke? You know,
Yeah.
I don't worry about the THC levels. Just give me
Right.
good smoke.
You want that overall enjoyable smoke, right?
Mhm.
Like, we just want to enjoy our smoke, like,
And know what characteristics you like.
yeah, man. Cause like, I mean, we are to the point where we probably smoke. All of us smoke on a regular basis, right?
Man.
And so you can't smoke the wrong weed at the wrong time. We busy people. We got stuff to do.
Right.
You can't smoke that wrong weed that's gonna that you know gonna mess with your body in the middle of the day, bro. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
I'm real critical on that. So I don't go smoking random weed. Like, hey, you wanna hit this? Nope. Nope. I don't know what you rolled, dog.
Man,
Like, I can't. I got
don't
shit
know
to
where it
do.
came from.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
wrong.
yeah, man. So like, that's just. But it's just levels to it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's levels to it. But as a community, man, as a culture, as this thing of cannabis, man, it's like I find it very like amusing and beautiful, like what we are truly like making of it. And like I'ma always say that, like, because we got a lot of people that we didn't have the capital, the financial backing,
Mhm.
right? But what we had and what we have is a lot of hustle.
Yeah.
Right, we all know St. Louis is a hustle city.
Right.
Yeah,
You can't
yeah.
spell St. Louis without hustle. I don't think of something like
Yeah.
that, right?
Oh.
Like, it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
And well, you can, but Anyway, I don't know something, but anyway,
It's
I think
out there.
it's STL or something like that. STL that's in hustle. You can't spell hustle without the STL. That's what it was. That's what it was. I seen that at the airport, St. Louis airport, by the way. But it's legit. It's legit. Yeah, it's legit. So
slowly but surely, we clicking in. Yep.
so it's like so like just being able to really like take advantage of the situation. Like we got a head start on a lot of other cities. Atlanta, we got to jump on Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
What we gonna do with that jump?
Yeah.
Oh, but trust me, I could already see it. Atlanta, man, they already going though.
It's a big
Like,
city, man.
man.
Atlanta, it's a big city with a lot of money floating through
Big
it.
smoke.
You know,
Big
Man,
talent.
They
So it's like,
yeah,
you
they
know.
stacked.
Yeah.
The A-Town is stacked. But this is still an opportunity for us though.
Yeah.
It
You know what I'm
is.
saying?
It is.
So
It is.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you gotta follow your dreams. So if they,
There's a lot of other
outside of
shit
St.
going
Louis,
on.
then
you gotta make that happen.
Let the
You gotta
weed
make that
run.
happen.
you gotta make that happen. But it still makes St. Louis stronger though too.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a
Like,
resource.
and somebody called us. This when we knew we was big dogging. On big boogie shit. Nah, but anyway. But when the dude called us from California, Orange County, right?
Yeah.
Like, hey, I do setups. I'm like, yeah, we do setups. I want y'all to come here. I want y'all to set me up. I'm thinking, come on, man. This dude's obviously he playing.
Yeah.
You in the Mecca, bruh. Like, what you calling us for? We in St. Louis.
Right.
But money talks. And he was talking. And we was listening. It's like, all right, then cool. He paid for us. He flew us down there, bro. We stayed in an Orange County hotel, bro, for like 4 days. Like, you know what I'm saying? All this shit paid. Rented a car. And all we did was just set this dude up in his garage. Right? And like, but it was amazing just to be like, oh, that was crazy. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, didn't want to
Like,
but
this
he
is
wanted
crazy.
I
to
seen
right.
that. I seen that when y'all went down.
And then we get to the hydro stores down there,
Yeah.
Grow Generation. Get to their hydro stores down there. And they ran by the typical people that run them. And they just couldn't believe what they're doing. And we like, hey, y'all got this? Y'all got those? And I'm like, A lot of shit they ain't even heard of, like fishing and shit like that. Was like,
They ain't nothing about
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's just funny because like then we tell them what we do and what we here doing, and they're like, whoa, you guys came from St. Louis, Missouri to do this? It was like, yeah, we in your backyard, bro. Like, yeah. So, and they are like, but then when we get to talking lingo, I got the advantage. I'm like, y'all got this? Y'all know about this? And they're like, oh, well, nah, man. Like, what is that? Like, so like it's like, okay, cool.
Start looking it up.
I see what's going on. But it's just like that just felt great.
Yeah.
That we just wasn't great for St. Louis, man. We great for Cali. That's
Mhm.
different, man. It's a
That's
different.
cool,
That's a
man.
different amount of confidence.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
you get on that plane feeling one way, you get back blend in a different way. You know what I'm saying? It's always been like little small like steps like that.
That's what I thought you all did when I first heard, you all doing more installations and stuff.
Yeah,
and
man.
then teaching. I didn't realize it was a college.
Yeah, that happened. That happened because of COVID,
Mhm.
bro. Like COVID, just like all of us got caught us slipping.
Mhm.
We had just got that building, bro. Had these classes planned, things were going good. Boom, COVID happened. I have a baby at the same exact time.
Mhm.
They shut down the world. Man, nobody knows what the hell's going on.
Right, right.
We did one critical thing. We had one call to set up a tent. I shot a video of it. I posted it in a story. The rest is history. It was like, damn. This motherfucker got hella views, hella reviews. And people like, hey, I need that. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hey, bro, we finna get into services now.
Yeah.
Like, the school, we gonna go online. But, bro, people want these tents.
Yeah.
Everybody, people's at the crib chilling, bored, trying to play video games. They smoke weed. Man, they see us setting up these tents. They're like, man, call them cats. Like, they called us from O'Fallon, Missouri to O'Fallon, Illinois. We set up tents. That's all we were doing.
That's what's
Yeah.
up.
That's all we were doing, setting up
Science
tents.
center
And,
too,
yeah,
man.
and I feel like that's what I've transformed myself into.
Yeah.
Like, I've made myself,
Your body does the
yeah, get better on it.
It's always been like that for me.
Yeah.
They not gonna go right if I don't smoke.
Yeah, exactly. You get to the point where I cringe at the thought of not having any weed.
It's not gonna be it's not gonna start out
Nah,
right.
it's not even-
Definitely. If I
First thing in the
can't,
morning.
yeah, if I can't get that first puff, before I get
Man,
out
it ain't
the
gonna
house.
be right. It ain't gonna be right till you do
You know what I'm
it.
saying?
Man, it ain't gonna be right till you
Yeah,
do
man.
that day.
You know,
It's gonna be off.
So
Yeah,
dosing,
you know.
I ain't gonna lie, it's really up to the patient, man. I'm
True
gonna leave
that.
it at that, dog.
Yeah, true that.
It's really up to the because everybody tolerance is different levels, man.
And we all trying to affect
whether
the
they got
different things.
pains or medicinal use or not, whatever reason they doing it, it's a reason behind it. I'm pretty sure.
Right.
So
Could it become a thing?
Everybody's size and everybody's brain, everything it depends on everybody's individuality. So the dosage, I feel like, it depends on the application.
Right.
With anything.
Could society make it a thing though?
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
could.
Absolutely, they could.
They could.
Absolutely, just like with alcohol, it's just you got to do. It's a certain realm you're gonna have to do it in. You know what I'm saying, with respect, and that's with alcohol. You got to respect it. So
you do, yeah.
You abuse anything.
They should have slapped you if you
it'll
abuse it
fuck
too
you
hard.
up. It'll fuck you over. Or you
That's
gonna
only
have to
edibles
down the
though.
line.
Like I'm cool with the treatment. I can smoke a lot of weed and still be like sensible, like insane, right?
Yeah.
The edibles though, nah.
Night.
I ain't then forget about it. I had those talks like the one like when you drink a lot, you tell guys, oh, when you throwing up, oh god, get me through this, I never drink this shit again, I promise.
Right.
That shit with weed, bro. Never had that shit, but I ate an edible and I'm like, God, please, just stop me from being high.
Yeah.
I promise I'll never eat another edible again in my life. Because bro, you just keep getting higher.
Yeah.
And high, you go to sleep high, you wake up higher.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I'm higher than I was. Falling to sleep, hungry,
Like,
eating a lot of shit, crazy dumb high. My kids running
But you
around.
slept good,
I don't even
though.
care what they doing.
it's crazy.
You know what I'm
Slept good,
saying?
though.
Yeah, man, but that shit was scary to
Deep
me.
sleep.
Yeah, because that shit just took a hold of me and wouldn't let me go for like 18 hours. I was like, nah, man, I can't be this high this long. This is stupid. So I won't do edibles, man. That's one thing I got firm on because I'll be like, yeah, I'll try somebody edibles.
Concentration do me like that too.
I word. And them dabs, I like the dabs.
I'm fucks with them, but man, the next day if I do them,
boom, they gonna blast you.
wake up like down a little high hangover.
Yeah. Now, what's the method of the dab? Is it like puff cold or is it like torch?
I guess it's
Vaporizer.
both.
Okay, got you.
Both.
And even you still get the same feel.
Pretty much.
Oh yeah, so
Pretty much.
it's just
that high THC.
it's different. Yeah.
Even like with the
Different.
pens and stuff, if I'm,
I don't like
if
the
it's a
pens.
real good one though, it gotta be like the right one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got
some
some
from Colorado?
Colorado.
They
Yeah.
the right ones. Yeah.
Oh my God.
We're gonna tap in with you on that. bro.
Hey, I might need one of them.
That was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
And then they like
This
these
shit
live,
make your head
and then
hurt.
they
You
said
hit them
these
motherfuckers too
live resin. They was like,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, this is the same thing. They didn't say that that's what they was, but they grow everything in house.
Yeah,
And
fresh
they had some
frozen.
big
Yeah.
crazy plants under HPS.
Okay,
You
I
know what I'm
heard.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah,
yeah,
bro.
bro.
Mine started at HPS.
Yeah, man, shit, that's like a lot of us, bro. Like, yeah, man, like that was the wave though. Like if you wanted chunky nugs,
Yeah.
like you had to have HPS, bro. Like it wasn't no way around it.
Ain't no way
Like,
around.
yeah. So, but I definitely get it, man. The light game, bro.
You see that motherfucker swell up under that
You
orange light, like,
yeah.
ooh.
Oh shit, I gotta keep the shit going.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
You trying to enhance the penetration. you know?
Right,
Like,
right, for sure, man. But yeah, man, that's pretty much everything in a nutshell, man. Like for real, bro. Like keep this going. Like I feel like any platform, as many platforms as we can have, where people can come and tell their story and they can share, like in a genuine space with a bunch of open-minded individuals, man. Like it allows the world to kind of look into our space a little deeper and see that, like, oh yeah, these are regular people. These are regular,
Man,
like,
I
normal
was at
people.
the expo. Dude came up to me. He was like, man, you was on the Outback podcast. Country guy. You cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, oh, okay.
Yeah,
you watching
man,
this. He's
yeah.
like, man, you never know who watched this.
You
stuff.
never know, bro.
You never know.
You start
That's cool.
like in the weed game, you start to become, many celebrities.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially in our own city.
Oh, for sure.
You get what I'm
For
saying?
sure. Yeah.
Because it's like that. Oh, you the one that's on that podcast.
And we got a couple people
Y'all
that's
know
just
y'all
on the
weed
borderline.
and-
They don't want to
you know
come
what I'm
all the way out
You
with
got
it.
y'all weed in the dispensary.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. It's
Like,
crazy. Yeah, but it's
all
like,
type of,
It's
It's
just
dope.
having you, bro, and coming out here on this platform.
Yeah.
oh man, yeah. Anytime, bro.
Appreciate
Like
You know, we
anytime.
need to just talk to where they can see what's going on,
Yeah.
where they can tell their story. You
Oh,
know?
for sure, man. Yeah, and like in any aspect that I can help, bro, I
Just
try to.
encourage me.
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
a lot of them, they be
Yeah, the
what-
fence.
Man, there's a few of them, man, that's supposed to been through, man. They ain't make it. You know,
Yeah,
whether it was
yeah.
last minute, I understand. You know, we all got lives, like
Right,
you said.
right, for
earlier,
sure.
So.
But it's just like with all that, man, it all come with a certain amount of seriousness to your craft.
Yeah,
for sure.
You know,
Your
that's
word is
really
your
bottom.
bond.
Yeah, that's bottom line. Like especially earlier on, if you don't have any resources, your biggest resource is your like bond. Like your you know, like the way that you move in business. If you ain't got nothing else to offer, at least offer like commitment. Like I honor my commitments. Like if you ain't doing that,
People gonna look at
how
you
far you
like,
gonna go?
Yeah.
Like how far you gonna go, man? So and that's just man. But you know, you got a lot of people like this is a exciting time to run something, to create a business. You have a lot of people running this that's not business people. They like weed, right? They like weed, you know. They say, well, I like weed a lot. So man, shit, I'm gonna make smokable cups. Shit, get paid. But that motherfucking smokable cup probably would get paid, right? Right, but a good idea. No, but
we got something, man.
yeah. So shit, but it's just like
it's about the dedication.
yeah, the dedication, man. Like
dedication,
for real,
like you know, how many hours of your day that you spend, you know, trying to perfect your craft. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out bigger and better ways to, you know what I'm saying? Make your stuff.
Yeah. Like, who's gonna like create something innovative, like in cannabis, right? Like the innovators in any industry is always the people that like they set the trends, they change it up, right? They like, are we trying to get in the game? Or are we trying to innovate the game, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, we trying to level it up, like make it better. Like, what in this phase of cannabis in Missouri, what did they do to up it? Right. That now that's one of the standards now that lasts and grows. Like one of the building blocks. Right. Like that's the shit that I like thinking about, bro. Like man, what can we really do? You know.
So in closing, man, let this camera right here, man, let these folks know the last little drops of, you know, knowledge that you want to let them know, you know, like the Canaween coming up.
Yeah. I would say like just follow our journey. Canaween, of course, is going on next weekend, October 29th, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. It will be no Halloween cannabis themed party like Canaween. It hasn't been, and it will not be another. So yeah, pull up to that. You can check us out on our Instagram pages or Facebook pages. You can find the link there for the tickets, or just follow us along on our ELITIST brand journey too, as we drop the melt strain in dispensaries. Like really, like we just here to like we want to make y'all proud. So just follow us. You know what I'm saying? Follow us and just kind of see what we doing out here. Our little effort that we trying to give to like really like make something great. You know what I'm saying? In this cannabis space like that's birthed out of St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? Like that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? Just keep rocking with like minds. Let's keep working together on building bigger things, more shine for each other. And we all we got at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So man, we know the real story behind this culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So let's leverage that. You know,
No
so,
doubt, man.
Yeah, you know.
Well, again, man,
If we don't, other people will.
we appreciate you coming out, man. It's been
Anytime.
a blast, bro.
Anytime.
It's been a blast. So
yeah,
definitely
glad.
follow the Elite Home
Growers. Elite home growers.
You got underscore HPG 2019. And of course, at the Loud Bank on all your social networks. Had a good time, y'all. We out.
Peace.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No problem at all. No problem at all. That was pretty solid, man. Oh yeah, man. Thanks for having me on though. For real talk.